Hello and welcome to Auto Club, site to race number 5 of the 2008 NRSL Coke Vanilla Cup Series season. But first is the Duels. To set the field for the race and join me once again will be Stephen Paul III.
Hello guys, I've actually been to Charles' houses today.
On the front row for duel number 1 will be Dylan Young and Jeffrey White. Row 2 will see hometown hero Gene Sanford star alongside Derek Hamill. Max Anderson, Kira Arendt in row 3 with Pretty Shaw, Sky Commons, another one of the hometown drivers in row number 4. And Ryan George, Kyle Matthews, row number 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid. I hand it over to Steven for his thoughts and predictions.
Well, unlike last week at Road America, this is going to be a very interesting race. There's going to be cars moving back to the foot. This is kind of an SS, but not SS type. It's going to be a draft-reliant track. Look for Jean to be a favorite. She got a 5th and a 6th in 2 races here. I don't remember the years exactly here. The only former winner out of both duels is Steve Pollard, so drivers trying to get their first win at Road America is definitely going to be interesting, and look out for some guys to be in there. Stephen Paul III, he had a 2nd place in his first attempt here, so he might be a favorite.
And top 10 coming into this one for points. 5 of them obviously in this duel. JT Bryant comes in with a 14-point lead over Mary Shelley, Jessica Shelton, Matt Dixon, Max Anderson, the top 5, with Chris Wilson, Gene Sanford, Henry Sanford, Derek Hamill, and Alexander Rowe rounding out the top 10. And here comes the command to start engines here today.
Drivers, start your engines!
So the command has been given. Field will get ready to roll off here momentarily.
Everybody's going to, if the Pepsi car didn't get going, that would have been really funny.
That would have. Tire field does get rolling though. As you see, special steam for the 28 this week. CHP, the California Highway Patrol, sponsoring the car.
Yeah, I got a special escort to Charles's house.
I especially won't comment on if I had to bail him out of the local jail.
That would have cost more than a few dollars. Well, you would have had to shut down the 05 team then.
You don't know what I've had to do.
The comment section goes wild on the premiere.
In this one, let's see. So onboards that we'll have JT Bryant, Jessica Shelton, Max Anderson will have an onboard this weekend, as well as Gene Sanford.
The no top 10 on board.
Wow. He's not even touching that one. Oh, Collins for the 9!
I'm telling you. That's great. That's just amazing. That is just, I love it.
Marcus Ambrose with the engine expiring on the baseline. Pace car is off. We didn't even have to go yellow for that. As the green flag is out for the duels that they are at California. Oh my god.
Where are we, Charles? Where are we, you big dummy?
I blame Ambrose for that.
Man, where is Kev Shear?
Based on this season, he's not even watching. So.
And he's gonna watch the GT race.
Jeffrey White now clears down the back straightaway. Dylan Young in the 2nd clears. Battle is for 3rd with Gene Sanford and Derek Hamill.
Kev, if you're watching, please have the memes like Charles putting gas in the fuel tank. That would be great.
Momo on the extreme outside line off turn number 4.
Dylan Young trying to draft to the bottom, but the high side's got the run there.
And the first time around, 18th score was William Flickinger. Gene Sanford now going for 2nd on Dylan Young, going through 1 and 2.
I mean, I seen the 18th change 3 times coming to the line, so this is gonna be crazy.
3 wide now, or at least peaking was Anderson. Decides better of it, going into turn number 3.
Yep, there's Ambrose's skid marks on the bottom of the track there.
Sanford's slide job on the 24 coming out of turn number 4.
And back there, I can't even tell you who's transferring right now. Mary Shelley is not in this. No, she's not in this duel.
No, she'll be in duel 2. Anderson now once again makes it 3 wide, this time into turn number 1. Derek Hamill in the middle.
Anderson, whoa! Pretty
Brett
Shaw almost
Momo
died.
with a daring move on Pretty Shaw to make it 3 wide.
Yeah, he thought he was mirrors there for a second.
William Duncan was scored in the transfer spot back there.
Here comes Aaron Thane in the 37.
Yep.
Whoa!
Not able to make the move work and stick. Pretty Shaw gonna try for, is gonna clear off the turn number 4. Now going for, I believe that would be for 5th.
Yeah, side tried. Oh, yeah, the old one tried a side draft. That was pretty cool. You see him go down to the bottom of that quarter panel and move back up.
And now gonna have to try and make the move stick here through 1 and 2. Not able to as Anderson clears. Rafael Leduc now last scored in the 18th spot.
You know, Charles Sanford's going to go hard in his home race. He's 19th. Pollard is 20th, so they're battling for trying to get past Leduc there.
Almost going to be 4 wide. They're get back down to 3, going through 3 and 4 though.
Whoa, 48 got loose. Oh, they're going to be 4 wide. 48 got loose.
Well, nope. He's actually able to lose enough ground to not be 4 wide, so.
Man, 6 car is slow or something. He lost a ton of ground.
Stanford last scored in the transfer spot, and they're 4 wide around him.
Oh, don't die. Oh, they're going to die.
4 wide. That is Jackie Tang, William Flickinger.
Oh, this is not going to work.
Charles
This is not going to
Sanford,
work.
Sky Commons.
Woo-hoo-hoo, they're driving it.
They made it work.
Somehow. And the 82 is going to... Oh, my
Sky
God.
Commons way up the track in 38.
He got
off the wall.
He got a shot from the 84 right there.
He was last scored in 13th. In 1 lap, he falls all the way back to 24th.
Now, JT, that's not who guys high in the owner points one is Steve Bay in the back of the field here.
Meanwhile, Charles Sanford last scored in the transfer spot. He's battling for the battling for it with Jackie Tang right now.
Jackie Tang was 8th 2 races ago. Now he's missed the last 2, trying to make this one rear.
Rafael Leduc also going to have that outside line to his advantage, going around the outside. Jack Halleck, that is for his 14th spot.
I think we got a new leader. Gene Sanford just took the lead. I think.
At the line, nope. Jeffrey White still has the lead.
It looked like she did. Here comes Shaw in the 01. Oh, they're getting loose,
make
man.
the move stick, though.
I mean, the track is slick and it's getting hard to drive.
And Derek Campbell now going to try and make the move for 3rd, but the way that this track has worked so far this weekend is the inside line's where you want to be for 1 and 2, the outside for 3 and 4. Just watch the 37 as they're going to make some moves through 3 and 4, passing the 82 and also past the 87 for 6.
Yeah, the 82 car was in the back of the field. Ryan George, I think, started in the back, and here he comes.
I think he was somewhat back there. Dylan Young, who started up, well, moved for 2nd before I even say that. Pretty Shaw once again trying for it. Stanford trying to use the outside line to her advantage down the back straightaway. He's going to get the run, and the 47 Little Debbie's Toyota hangs on to 2nd for now.
Yeah, definitely. Sanford trying to make his first race of the year. Is 18th right now. Here comes the 37 Aaron Thane.
And Derek Campbell now going to try and make the move stick around the outside. Pretty Shaw moving up the track, but not able to block the 00.
Take a shot every time we see the outside in this race.
Not too careful, I'll just say driver's right.
Anyways,
here goes. 3rd rages on now. The Coors Light Chevy, the Aaron's Toyota.
Here they come, man.
Yeah. Ford, Toyota, Chevy, top 3. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Here comes Steve Pollard trying to make a move, but that's not where you want to be into turn 3.
And they were almost 3 wide with him and Anderson as well as Aaron Thade.
Ryan George washed up the hill and nearly dumped Anderson there.
But didn't, and now actually is going to gain a spot out of it as they go down the front straightaway. The Bristol winner, Jessica Shelton, also up in the top 10 now.
Yep, the blue Little Debbie's car. Pretty Shaw trying to really raging hard on Gene Sanford right there.
Trying again, but that... Oh, well, the really tight line. She's going to slide job the 47 off turn number 2. Makes the move stick this time.
As Dale Jr.'s joined us in the booth, and here comes the 00 on the bottom of the racetrack here.
Now can Gene hang on to 3rd. Brett Moma also trying to find a way around.
49 went up the hill just a little bit back there.
And Stanford will make the move stick back here. 3 wide again, as that is Steve Pollard, Jessica Shelton, Ryan George battling for the 9th position on the racetrack.
Kyle Matthews is like 59th in points. He really needs to make this race.
Stephen Paul III just grabbed 18th from Charles Sanford that last time by.
I mean, this is going to be an interesting transfer position.
And Jack Halleck now back into 18th as Charles Sanford tries to find a way around. Now going to be peeking to the inside going into turn number 3. Jackie Tang going to try and take advantage and maybe grab 19th away from the S3 Motorsports Chevy.
Then in real life, this car crashed and it's only an attempt, so we'll see how they do this weekend.
JT Bryant starting to is flirting with danger right now. He's last scored in the 15th position that time by.
He's the points leader. I mean, he doesn't want to use a provisional, but he also does not. A lot of guys higher up do not want to see him fall below 18th.
A lot of people would love to see him race his way in. Yes, let's put it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Jack Halleck now battling for 17th with Stephen Paul the third. Here's the go into turn number 3.
That's what Charles wants to see right now. Actually, Steven's in a good line.
Well, and Sanford going to try and take away the 18th position from the 27. They're going to be 3 wide in front of him, though. Or at least they were. JT Bryant now has fallen all the way back to this battle.
Sanford with a great run on the high side right there. So
would
it's
have actually
59th.
gotten 18th that time around had that been the finish.
59th and 61st make into the race. A lot of the guys high in the owner points are going to be sweating bullets.
Jack Halleck, though, and going to grab the 18th spot back away from the 05 as they go through 1 and 2.
First time we've seen City Financial on the 38 car this year, too.
LeDuc battling with Kyle Matthews back here. This is the battle for 13th on the racetrack. LeDuc wanting it back. Able to grab it back through 3 and 4.
JT's in the bad line right there. He's going to get trapped on the bottom.
Well, but you want to be the bottom for 1 and 2. That's the thing. So, good line for 1 and 2.
Not unless you're Sam Young and you just got balls to go on the high side like that.
Well, it's one of the few times this weekend we've seen that line work.
Whoa, Brian.
Oh, Jack Halleck, though, got blocked by JT Bryant. Jackie Tang going to take advantage, or at least try to.
Oh, he tried. He was feeling froggy. He almost made it work.
And that will move JT Bryant back into the 18th position and in the transfer spot.
And here comes Sky Collins, and this is not what guys like. Let's see,
Jackie Tang right now would be the next driver to try and take that spot away from the 42.
This is not what Qualls wanted to see, given with Chris Wilson's qualifying history.
Charles Sanford now grabs the 20th spot back away from Sky Commons. Battle up here between 34 and the 84. Stephen Paul III blocks Sam Young aggressively down the back straightaway.
We're going to need an orange bumper pretty soon.
As Sam Young going to take that spot back away, though, through 3 and 4.
Correct. As here they come down the straight here, and JT's still in 18th. That's what people want to see.
Jeffrey White continuing to lead as well up front.
Yeah, just like Tim Randolph in the duel last weekend. So.
Well, I mean, to be fair, for the duels, it does make sense, though, that anyone top 18 is going to kind of try and fall in line.
Yeah, they want to race.
Don't want to be too aggressive when in the top 18.
Yeah, you don't want to wreck, so, just stay in line right there.
Ryan George, Kyle Matthews still battling it out, though. This is for the 12th position. George has it. Matthews wants it. But Matthews going to end up losing a spot to LeDuc and all of that.
Well, Kyle just ran the devil's numbers, so. Now we know. Now, the tire wear, too, if we haven't noticed, there's Anderson peeking on the bottom of somebody.
As Matthews trying once again up front. It is Anderson to second. Gene Sanford back into third once again, trying to fend it off from the 01.
Man, that 87 car's on a tear. They won a DNQ race at Atlanta. They have a win, I believe. Yeah, last week at Road America.
They're the last week's winner. That's why I caught myself when I was talking about the 21.
They crashed at Bristol, and then they had a good run at the top 10 of the 500. So that 87 team's on rails.
Aaron Thade now going to try for 6th around the outside of Jessica Shelton, the Bristol winner. And Gene Sanford going for 2nd once again on the 87.
Really good battles. This is good, constant side-by-side right there as pit. Oh, I think we might have to pit. So they want to line himself for the pits. It's going to be fuel only, obviously.
We believe that they will have to pit at least, as Steve Pollard almost got a bumper full of the 96 going into 3 and 4. Ooh. Way up the track, though, goes the Red Bull Toyota.
Yeah, Steve. Well, that's going to work out for him, actually. Steve Pollard won here last year in his 4th start in the 33, I believe.
Jessica Shelton able to take 4th away from Pretty Shaw as they go into 1 and 2.
Yeah, that was a pretty move right there. So, oh, here comes the double zero.
Derek Hamill trying to peek for a spot there, not able to get the move done, or started going down the back straightaway. That's going to try and open the door maybe for the hefty Chevrolet of Aaron Thade.
Now, what the field does not want to see if we have pit stops to caution, because that will shake up everything.
Steve Pollard going to go around the outside of Matt Duncan. That is for 9th. Duncan had it for a moment. Pollard wanted it back. He's going to try and take 8th away from Brett Moma now down the front straightaway.
Yeah, the front straightaway, you cannot make... You lose speed down the front straightaway. Now,
JT Bryan has gapped Jackie Tang in the battle for 18th. Steve Pollard clears the 96 going through 1 and 2.
Now, if I was anybody 19th to 31st, I would pit first, obviously try to gain that position.
Almost like Anderson was trying to make a move on the 16 and wasn't quite close enough. Anderson's going to be the first to pit here on lap 20.
That's smart strategy right there. Now, anybody behind him should come in too.
Ryan
Yep,
George
they're
also pitting.
Good strategy by George.
Looks like the City Ford for Sky Commons is on pit lane, as well as Jack James and Kenny Moma.
Yeah, the 10 cars won here twice, so if they don't make this race, that's going to be disappointing.
Jessica Shelton grabs 2nd away from Gene Sanford as they go through 1 and 2.
Yeah, and also an interesting nugget, the 10 cars had a different driver every single season they've came here.
That is true.
And they still have won 2 races here. As here they come.
Looks like a lot of the drivers this time around going to pit.
Now those 3 drivers are going to gain a lot of time. These guys who stay out are going to lose a lot of time.
Whoa,
oh
Dylan
God!
Young. Okay, that's Brett Moma. Problems for the 96 coming to pit lane.
I don't think that's a caution because that's off the racing surface.
I'm guessing you just saw it.
No. I see the 96 almost hit the pit wall. That's why.
No caution for that, so that's good news for anyone not named Sam Young.
If that was a caution, Sam Young was going to be dancing.
As we expect Sam Young then to have to pit this time around, and indeed the Front Row Motorsports Chevrolet will do so.
Now, Jack James and the 38 and the 49 are going to make this race because that strategy was great. They were the first ones to pit.
We'll have to wait and see. Depends on where they cycle out. If it was fuel only, I mean, you're really not gaining anything from tire wear.
Well, usually I notice the test racing, if you yep, like I said, first one off pit road, you gain a crap ton of time for some reason.
Coming around 1 and 2, there's the battle for the lead. Jeffrey White and Gene Sanford.
And 87
Anderson's up to speed already.
And he's gonna have the high side. Here he comes. Oh, we got a lift. What?
He did have to lift. And Jeffrey White unable to hold the bottom. Here comes Gene Sanford, the 47, but it's going to be the draft of the 87 that pushes the 16 back in front.
Well, okay, so now who is the heck is in the... I don't even know, man. This is crazy. Brett Ball
now, the last time by, it was scored the 48. Battle for the race lead with the 47. That's also not even fully second round because there's the 34 just coming out pit lane.
And he's got damage. Does he got damage to the bumper? Looked like he had to. No, it looked like he did. But here, Ryan George
to the race lead at Auto Club.
Look at Ryan George. Where did he come from? I'm telling you, that strategy worked great as the 28, 38, the 10th and 15th.
Well, it should cycle around this time by. Last scored was the 96. There's the 28 and 10th.
Yep, the 38 is 9th. They got it. Pitting first is the strategy to go. The 10 car was 30th, like 3 shots out of this race.
It is the 96 of Brett Moma that is the transfer spot. This is the battle for 18th right here. Kyle Matthews going for it in 1 and 2.
It's a miracle that 96 did not get more damage than they did. The 13 lost a lot of time on pit road right there. They're back
84
there.
84 is right there in 20th. Charles Sanford in 21st right behind this battle as well.
Oh, this is going to get nuts. This is the transfer spot. This is all for broke.
They're coming to the white flag this time by.
Kyle Matthews, he has to race his way in. He has no chance. Tang is out at 18th now.
Stephen Paul III gonna grab 19th away down the front straightaway, but Brett Moma is loving this right now in his rearview mirror. 3 wide for 19th as they go into 1.
Oh, Charles, send it in. Charles, throw it in there, man.
Didn't make it stick, and that might be all she wrote for the transfer spot.
Yeah, the 84 car is not gonna keep that streak alive, looks like. Sam Young's going to be in the field, and Gene Sanford.
Coming up, turn number 4, Gene Sanford's going to win her duel. She'll claim the pole. here for the Animaniacs 500 at Auto Club.
Wow, I can't believe that. Jack James with great strategy,
And the final transfer spot goes to the 96.
Well, 48, 84, and 05 are definitely a DNQ. Gardner's going to be a DNQ, it looks like. 88 might be. Duncan with some bad pitch strategy, and then the 9 blew up. He's obviously going to miss the race.
It's listed as an accident for Marcus Ambrose. What?
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting who's going to get in the field because a lot of people high points got up there.
The drivers that raced their way in: Gene Sanford, Max Anderson, Ryan George, Jeffrey White, Jessica Shelton, Sam Young, Steve Pollard, Dylan Young, Sky Commons, Jack James, Kira Arenthade, Rafael Leduc, JT Bryan ends up 13th despite everything, by the way. Pretty Shaw in 14th, Kenny Moma, Derek Hamill, Jack Halleck, and Brett Moma races his way in the final transfer spot. What is that, back-to-back races for the 96 now?
Yeah, the 12 is definitely going to be in on points.
Possibly. That's not guaranteed. They were 11th coming in.
Very true.
With that, though, we do know that
48, 84, 05, 9 are going to the house.
So we know 48, the 05. Well, we know drivers we'll know some that aren't. With that, though, Gene Sanford wins a duel. How will Henry Sanford fare in his hometown race in duel number 2? You'll find out right after this. We take you to duel number 2.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given for duel number 2. I just realized I probably should have went to a different camera angle for this shot. Either way, as the field rolls off, all 31 cars taken to the track here for duel number 2 to set the field for the Animaniacs 500 on Sunday.
Now we just need Robert Pollard to blow up with the pace laps.
So showing you the field, Chris Wilson on pole for duel number 2. Looking through the field for your favorite driver so you can see what scheme you're running.
Yep, and it's still definitely going to be interesting. Who does the short pitting, and that's going to make the race because we've seen Kenny Boma won from 29th to 15th, so who can play that? And it looks like Chris Wilson's going to lead the early laps, but those pit stops are going to play a factor.
And obviously drivers that are looking on anxiously from duel number 1, drivers that did not race their way in. We have William Flickinger, William Duncan, Jonathan Zorline, Brian Hart, and Adam Flickinger, who could point their way into the field if the right circumstances happen in this duel.
And
William Flickinger needing a miracle.
Yeah, the 78, this is the first race. They are in the field right here. They, I don't know what we're doing for that exactly, but Mary right now is in
I don't
position.
know, but the best idea that we've got so far right now is that we'll take the top 17 from this duel other than Amy Shelley, so she's in no matter what. That's what you really need to know. As the green flag is up for duel number 2, we're underway once again.
Yep, and here we go now. It's going to get crazy.
Jesse Turner didn't waste much time to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway. Already 4 wide back here. We didn't see that much in duel number 1, but they're 4 wide. Ryan George almost 5 wide off turn 2.
We didn't see this in duel 1.
4 wide between the 99, 09, 66. They get it down to 3 wide down into turn number 3. Remember, Mark George walked in the past Champions Provisional as well. He would love to race his way in, though.
You know, you guys can all wreck so Robert can make the field.
Huh?
I said they all can wreck so Robert can make the field.
And on the first lap, in the transfer spot, was the 15 of Alexander Rowe.
Well, Seth pull up the hill right there.
Who did slide up. Chris Louvier's in the middle of this. Henry Sanford in his home race is up on the outside line down the back straightaway.
Yep, here comes Louvier in the 43. There's Tim Randolph, last week's dominator, but then fall off the performance there. Seth Henry Sanford way up the hill.
But that might work out well for him down the front straightaway, depending on how much of a run he can get down the front straightaway. Nowhere to take it, though.
I can't believe the 75's past the 29 back there.
As up front, Jesse Turner, he might have passed him, but the problem is then he got repassed. Jesse Turner now up into second. Desperate need to make a race here. With Smed Ozkan trying for third.
Yep, as Chris Wilson, he has had a lot of struggles in qualifying into the races so far, but not pulling away right now.
Yeah, he's used 3 provisionals already this season out of the now 6 that he would have owned.
Yeah, like 6. Yeah, 6. So he's had not really a good start.
As Zach Rogers going to clear for third down the front straightaway on Smed Ozkan, going to set his sights on the 41.
Zach Rogers went from 59th to 32nd in points and running second right now. That's the shot in the arm they needed.
Amy Shelley now up into 6th, clearing the 2 of Isaac Flickinger, who's now going to be 3 wide with Logan York and Austin LaPlante down the back straightaway.
Yeah, York has to race his way in. Mark George at 20th. It doesn't matter. He's got the PC, but he's already used 1, so he's going to Mary Shelley territory there.
Well, also, Time Pollard back here has to race his way. Or no, Time Pollard could get him points, but it'd be better if he can race his way in. It's definitely not a guarantee. Battle for third once again between the 19 and the 8.
Well, I know the 19 has to race his way in, so he's racing a little aggressive. 18 definitely too.
Alexander Rowe now last scored in the transfer spot.
That is actually what some of the guys want to see Rowe in 18th right there. George, definitely not what you want to see.
True, because if Mark George can race his way in, then that opens up another spot on points because the 08's already locked in. Jesse Turner, Smed Ozkan now battle for second. He'll go to the 41 off turn number 4. Now can Turner use this to get a run on the 22? He can.
Now, this ain't a surprise. Christopher Pierce had one of his best runs last year in the 41, with a 5th place finish here. So not surprised to see the 41 up there, but great job by Turner. He's struggled so far this year.
And we'll clear down into turn number 1. Now Ozkan trying for second on Chris Wilson.
Yeah, I don't really see him panning out this much as the 99 is up to 20th right now.
Currently on the outside looking in, Rose still scored in 18th. Ozkan falls back in line. Amy Shelley to the far outside line there through 3 and 4.
Well, that's going to help her out right there for sure as she comes.
We'll give her a run down the front straightaway, but can she catch the 18 is going to be the real question. Meanwhile, Cole Deaver, who has not had a lot of success in the duels recently, going 3 wide.
Yeah, he's definitely not had a lot of success. LaPlante barely made the field last weekend too.
Battle for second raging on once again between the 8 and the 22. Ozkan not able to make the move stick that time around once again.
I believe the 11 raced their way in, so Gibbs trying to get all their cars in for the first time this year.
Not entirely sure on that one. Logan York going to try and pass the 2 down the front straightaway, unable to make it work, and I did see that the 75 has started slowly losing the draft. Here we go again, round 3 between Ozkan and Wilson. And Ozkan finally will make the pass stick.
I stand corrected. The 11 is actually in the stool. He's just way back there.
Good job. As now Chris Wilson having to defend third away from Zach Rogers in the 19. That 22 not looking like it's a very good handling race car right now.
Not at all. And Chris Wilson might fall back to 19th. Who knows?
Who knows? Single file most of the way back here is Delano Bohemian. The first battle on track is for 14th with the 60.
He has to make his way into the field, so.
And meanwhile, battle between the teammates. The 66 just passed the 70 for 18th.
That's interesting right there for sure.
Meanwhile, almost 3 wide there. Alexander Rowe now takes the spot away from the 7. That's 16th spot on the racetrack.
The 11 in this race. Oh yeah, there's the 11 back there in last place. Now these guys, like we've seen
the 18's on pit lane.
Oh, that's a heartbreak. That's a heartbreak.
Henry Williams, the Snickers Toyota, on pit lane.
You're not you when you're hungry.
They were running top 10 at least, maybe even top 5 when they had to pit.
Is that going to be a retirement? And looks like it will be.
Nope. Flat tire on the 18, left sides only.
Now, you know what? If it stays green, that could work for them, actually. Technically, it could. If they can, well, they're going to lose the draft, though. That's going to hurt.
Chris Wilson trying for the outside line here is going to try for the crossover on the 8.
You know, at least Robert won't get last now.
Well, I mean, part of the problem is going to be where do they cycle out in all this. There's the 18 right there. They are going to be 1 lap down to the race leaders.
Yeah, they're going to be way off the pace.
Wilson for the slide job is going to not White clear? Yes, he does. Off turn 2.
On Jack is 20th in the direct TV car. He has to race his
Meanwhile,
way in.
Wilhoit actually has moved his way into 17th through all of that.
Henry Sanford,
Dixon's
who
now in the transfer spot.
not having the same success as his sister, the 7th battling back right there. On Jack battling 15
for right now.
This 17 of Braddock, he has to race. He's struggling in this race. First time in Duel 2 this season.
No, he was in Duel 2.
Was he? I thought he was in Duel 1. Well, I could be wrong, but
as Alexander Rowe makes the pass for 18th on Matt Dixon now.
These two are high in the onus point, so they don't really mind too much, but you want to have a better starting position.
But William Flickinger wants both of them to race their way in because that's the only way he can make the field.
And he's got to get the 08's car's got to get up there too, and she's struggling today.
Rob Evans going to now make the move for 20th on Peter Onjak, who also needs to race. Yeah, he needs to race his way in.
There's the 20th.
Yeah, he is. There he is. Okay.
Seth pullback there. Looks like he might have 2 misses for him. That's a tough break for this Hendrick car. Hendrick's struggling mightily, I'll tell you. Johnny looks like he's going to the house too, so.
Where's the... Okay, I was going to say, where's the 75? I couldn't find him.
So off the page, you can't even find him.
Chris Wilson now around the outside of Samit Özkan. This is for second once again. That Caterpillar Toyota is starting to make some moves back. Looks like they just set up more for the long run in that Bill Davis Toyota.
33 of Deaver. Looks like they brought the same car Steve won with last year. Here he comes.
They brought the same car even though this was a non-COT last year?
They rebodied it.
The guy's gonna try and clear once again. Unable to make the moves. Unable to have the 22 clears. They went down the back straightaway. That's going to allow Chris Wilson to once again try and re-overtake the 8 down in turn 3 and 4.
Rob Evans is at the 20th right there. And Rob I don't think Rob got a top 5 last weekend.
And now Chris Wilson crossover on the 8 down the front straightaway.
Yep, and we got 5 laps to pit stop, so we'll see who can jostle their way up here.
Until the expected pit stops. Obviously, pit window already is open. Amy Shelley now making the move on Zach Rogers. That is for 4th. So Amy Shelley basically making it no issues really for the transfer spot, which currently is being held by Alexander Rowe. Isaac Flickinger on the extreme outside there.
Yogan York there, the 02 car, has to race his way in.
Wilson back ahead of the 8 down the front straightaway, clears and sets his sights back on the 41.
Correct. Here comes the 2 car.
Meanwhile, the battle still rages on for 6 between Cole Deaver, Isaac Flickinger, 33 now will clear through 1 and 2. Now can Logan York try and make a move on the 2. Chris Louvier, William Brock battling for 10th.
Yep, Rose got a little bit of gap over, well, not too much over Dixon right there.
Time Pollard around the outside to Lon Ebrahimian, trying to fend off for 12th right now.
Mark George is in right now. That's what everybody wants to see.
That is true, because that would lock Adam Flickinger into the race right now if that result holds for the 66.
Correct, because Qualls is back there. He would have to use the provisional, so it's going to get interesting.
Time Pollard trying to battle with the 20 of William Brock. They're battling up here, though. Cole Deaver battling with the 19, who has lost 4th to Amy Shelley.
Top 3 breakaway right there.
And Shelley tried to close the door on Cole Deaver, was unsuccessful in doing so, though. Now we'll clear down the front straightaway. Zach Rogers trying to now repass for 5th there on the 33.
Right up the 8 car.
Battle for the race lead. Özkan unable to make the move stick. Deaver now clears for 5th through 1 and 2. And Isaac Flickinger trying to battle for 7th with Austin LaPlante. Logan York now back in 9th.
02 car, whoa.
I don't think they're pitting yet there. Nope. As Tim Randolph going to try and find an opening there around Ebrahimian. Mark George right now in 15th. Stanford would race in, and right now Alexander Rowe still holds down the final transfer spot, looking for the spot on Tristan Wilhoit, and here comes Matt Dixon now around the outside, not able to make the move stick.
Well, Rose holding down that spot pretty good right there. 66 going 3 wide with
Three
the
wide
43.
was Randolph and Louvier. Mark George wanting to try and go 2 for 1. Not probably going to make that one work though.
Yep, 66 going to make that move on the bottom. Surprisingly work right there.
Maybe if he can hang in there, that would be the right line to be on for turn 1 though.
Correct is going to help him right there. Here comes Hedman right here.
William Brock to the inside of Flickinger. That's not exactly the angle you want to take for that line.
No, not at all.
Meanwhile, Samed Ozkan has taken the race lead away from Jesse Turner.
Well,
I thought I saw the battle for the lead raging on up there. As we've clicked out of the game. Whoops. Pit stops are starting this time around. It's going to be Samed Ozkan who pits first, as well as Chris Wilson.
looks like a lot of guys watch Duel 1.
Amy Shelley also pits. Zach Rogers, Austin LaPlante on pit lane.
Anybody in the back of the field going to be smart right here.
Rob Evans, Bill Braddock, Adam McDowell, Seth Cole on pit lane.
Smart, very smart strategies.
And Robert Pollard also going to pit this time around.
Robert, you're so slow you can coast for 5 laps.
Cole Deaver now into second. Turner back to the race lead as basically the top 18 doesn't really matter. This point's going to change too often. Jesse Turner now is going to, looks like he will pit this time around. Yes, he will. Cole Deaver will pit. So too will Isaac Flickinger. Delon Ebrahimian will stay out, as well as Mary Shelley in the 08.
I'm very surprised at this. There's no point of staying out.
Well, no caution yet. Alger Baranowskis as well stays out in the 11.
Where's the 18 car in all this? That's my real question.
There he comes. 18.
Is he even on the lead lap?
Still scored 1 lap down.
Yeah, I figured because he has. I think he's gonna pass the cars here. I could be wrong, but.
Well, the problem is going to be, is he even going to be back on the lead lap to be contending in this? As this time around, the 108 and the 11 will pit. Their strategy call not going to work out for them.
No, so who is? It looks like Zach Rogers is leading, is he? Or nope,
Chris Wilson, I think, is the first off the pit lane the first time around.
Somebody flying.
No, there's Ozkan way out in front of him.
What the hell did what?
Ozkan will lead. Turner's now in second. There's Chris Wilson.
Look at this! Look at this great strategy. Rob Evans is now in the top 18 right now, and I believe some other guys.
Cole Deaver actually going to make the staying out call work.
Wow, I'm surprised at that one. The 18's going to be very interesting here now because it looks like the 5 and some of the guys who are in the back
Wilson
moved up.
Into fourth. There's these drivers coming off pit lane now. Ebrahimian first off of that group.
They might stay top 18. This might work for a few of those guys.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't think Mary Shelley was top 18 before the pit stop cycle, in all honesty.
No, she was not.
And she's going to be merging out right around this top 5.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
There goes Chris Wilson.
And Delon Ebrahimian's past the 41.
Well, he's battling with the 41. He's not going to quite win that battle.
But still, that's a lot better than where they were. They had to race in.
As Samed Ozkan with a big lead now as they start lap final, or 2 to go.
They might catch
Turner
Robert.
Second, Ebrahimian third. Chris Wilson trying for fourth on Cole Deaver. And Seth Cole was last scored in 18th.
Yep, that was his strategy.
Baranowskis makes the strategy work. They're in the top 18.
They weren't in there before for sure. Now Seth has passed a few cars.
Seth has passed the 7, so that means Henry Sanford now is in the transfer spot.
I think it's the 43, to be honest with you.
No, not based on the timing and scoring.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, the 17 needs to race his way in, so.
And right now, the 2 Gibbs cars are battling for 14th there.
Now
and
the 17th.
Henry Sanford. Here comes Braddock.
Braddock's got to make the move. He got no other choice.
I mean, and the 7's already locked in, so this doesn't mean a whole lot for Henry Sanford.
Yeah, well, the 43, the 07, and the 44 got to race their way in, so this has got to be matters a lot for them. And the 17, bad line.
White flag lap. Here comes Louvier around the outside.
Oh, Louvier, can he get the run? No, that's all
Stroke. Get there. Samed Ozkan wins the race, and Henry Sanford's going to take home the final transfer spot here at Auto Club.
And Braddock goes to the house. Damn, that's his second DQ of the season. And back there, we see the 99. Oh, that's going to be tough if they're going to make it. Nelson's going to the house, of course. Randolph, who else will use a provisional? And Robert Pollard's going to the house once again.
And finishing last. As the drivers that will race their way into the race here, Samet Oscon, Jesse Turner, Cole Deaver, Chris Wilson, Tyne Pollard. Amy Shelley does not have to resort to starting 36. She races her way in as well. Zach Rogers, Isaac Flickinger, Delon Ebrahimian, Rob Evans, Mary Shelley, Austin LaPlante. Steven was mentioning something before, and that's why I almost said a different name. William Brock, Logan York, Alger Baranauskas, Mark George races his way in the 66. Seth Cole and Henry Sanford, the top 18. Steven, your final thoughts?
It was definitely interesting. I'm going to love watching this pitch strategy work out, and pitting early is definitely going to play in a factor. It looks like someone in the top 20 in points is going to D&Q because 26, 12, 15, and 70 were pretty below there, and there'd be two other spots, but I can't do math in my head. 99-2 was in 24th. Definitely looking forward to the race right here. It's going to be very interesting. Jean Sanford looks like she has a good car, but Samet Oscon looks like he has a good car too, so that's going to be the heavyweights right there. Great run by Turner. He struggled mightily. So same with Cole Deaver. Chris Wilson found speed. Rob Evans makes another race finally. And all the Gibbs cars are in the field, it looks like, besides the 20. Is it 20 in? No.
20 raced their way in. They're 13th.
So all the Gibbs cars are in the... Well, actually, the 18 missed the race. You know what? I had a good streak going, but and Allie Nelson missed the race. So I'll see you guys for the triple header weekend at this, I can't pronounce the name, 500.
The Animaniacs Racing Weekend gets starting tomorrow with the official race sponsors. Congrats to Gene Sanford and Samet Oscon on their dual wins. They will lead the field down to the green for the Animaniacs 500 on Sunday. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fontana 1 for Stephen Paul III. You've been watching production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.